Big day today. Champions League semi-final day today. Guess you still feels like rubbish. Hoping that my internal woes don't end up manifesting themselves externally and knocking me out of the Champions League with Borussia Dortmund this season. We reached the final last year and lost it to Real Madrid. We have the opportunity to reach the final this year as well, because we have familiar opposition in Leipzig in the semi-finals, both legs of which we will play today, as well as that game in the Bundesliga too. So if we can see ourselves past Leipzig over these two legs, it will be Chelsea or Atletico Madrid that we play in the final. We are already, for the second season in a row, in the final of the DFB Pokal, but we lost the final last year, and I don't want to lose the final again this year. And in the Bundesliga, we are 3 games from the end of the season. It's bloody Leipzig that are chasing me down there as well, and it's only a point. So we may well be in one final, one semi-final, and top of the table, but we again could end up trophyless this season. I'd like to think we won't, but who knows what can happen. For this first leg, we will be without Ismail Benacer. As you can see, he is suspended after picking up too many yellow cards. Our previous history against Leipzig this season is a 2-1 win away and a 2-0 win at home. Or 2-0 away and 2-1 at home. Either or, we've played them twice, we've beaten them twice, and we now have to play them twice more. With Bayer Leverkusen in the middle, by the way, which isn't going to be an easy fixture, considering we need to win that as well to ensure that we stand the best possible chance of winning the bloody Bundesliga. So, strong performances needed 3 times today. Again, please forgive any snuffles or pauses or coughs or splutters or I feel like shit moments. I'm sure there are plenty of you watching this that are also unwell at the moment, and I appreciate that as well. Get well soon, you and me. Let's go and win some football matches, shall we? Please do drop the video a like if you're enjoying this save. We will be moving clubs at the end of the season, almost certainly to the Premier League, to try and ensure the longevity of this save and a boost in views. If there is no boost in views, bye-bye GloryHunter, unfortunately. Right. Leipzig, Leverkusen, Leipzig. Let's go. Here's how Leipzig line up. Aaron Ramsdale in goal for them. At some point I will undoubtedly call Aaron Ramsey. They're playing a 4-2-3-1. Thiago and actually Fabio Carvalho in a deeper midfield position. The only 2 centre-mids they have of any quality are Thiago and Leon Goretzka. Goretzka is injured, so that's the only other option they have for a central midfield position is Fabio Carvalho. So he's playing slightly deeper. I've rotated a little bit. Well, Fernandes keeps his spot after yesterday because wow. Brandt keeps his spot because we don't have Florian Wirtz anymore. He's injured. I haven't sold him. Why would I sell a 93 rated player? Salih Özcan is in at CDM and Nuri Mukiele is in at centre-back. Bearing in mind a little bit the fact that some of their players are tired and the game we have against Leverkusen at the weekend in between these 2 legs. But they have a great 11, Leipzig, but their depth is shocking, which is hopefully going to be their undoing in both the... Hopefully going to be their undoing in the Champions League as well as the Bundesliga. We shall wait and see. Yellow card for Enzo Fernandez isn't the best of ways to start, though. I'm going to have to be careful with him now for the next 85 bloody minutes. Oh, forgive the French commentary as well. Forgot to change it for when I was recording My Player. We're now at Lyon in the My Player on the 2nd channel. Link in the description if you want to go and check it out. I've not been in France before, so it's a first for me. But this Champions League semi-final certainly isn't even a first for this Dortmund side, let alone for me in this save or on FIFA. Well, it has been a while since we won the Champions League with anyone other than Barcelona. I've only won the Champions League once on FIFA 22 at Barcelona. Did I win it at Arsenal? I can't recall if I won the Champions League at Arsenal actually in the first save of the year. I genuinely can't remember. Bellini's in here though. And Bellini scores! Twice! And we might well be on our way to a Champions League final to maybe win it once more. Robertson. I don't know what is happening with Dominic Calvert-Lewin there. I think he tried to tackle me to win the ball, but as it happens, he just ended up sliding on his own, absolutely nowhere near anything that was happening. Julian Brandt's in. This is falling apart for Dortmund. Oh! I actually mistakenly said Dortmund at the end there rather than Leipzig. Turns out I was correct. Oh, Julian Brandt has to make that too, surely. Leipzig do not look like they're strong today. They are not playing well. We're cutting them apart at will. This could be over after just one leg if it keeps up like this. They can't even keep hold of the ball, let alone stand a chance of scoring a goal themselves. Alba around the corner, inside to Brandt. That was supposed to go to Cunha. I'm not quite acting on instinct in the final third myself, but at least I can get to the final third. Hey, Rasenball Sport Leipzig. Win that header. He tried. 10 out of 10 for effort. Oh. What? Oh, there's a foul in there, was there? Okay, sorry. I don't remember fouling anyone, but I'm sure there must have been a foul for the ref to give it. And Kunku brushes the netting, but the wrong side of it. It's the closest Leipzig have come. It's the only thing that Leipzig have done to even remotely threaten my goals so far. But, of course, it is two legs, so just because they might be shitting the bed so far in this one doesn't mean they won't absolutely boss the second leg back on their turf. Nor does it mean they won't get back into this game. You can see how they're pressing forward here, and I don't know what happened to my defensive line there, but Dominic Calvert-Lewin, he's in, and he very nearly scored an absolute worldie. Andy Robertson took 10 years to actually kick that, but thankfully we are going to work it away. Dearie me, that was really worrisome. Excellent effort by Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Perhaps he didn't need to be quite so extravagant, and a more simplistic finish would have led to a higher chance and probability of the ball going in. It's a good header. I've got 4 men forward here. Surely we have to score. Here's Enzo Fernandez. He's been loving a goal at the minute, but he can't turn it home either. Aaron Ramsdale keeps it out. Oh, but Leipzig just can't stop the ball coming back at their goal. Lads, you're supposed to go the other way. Mukiele into Salierschan. Albert's on the run. I'll float it for him. It's tough. Oh, the flying volley. Worthy of an inclusion, I suppose. Even though it didn't really stand any chance of going in. I don't think I've actually ever seen that animation before, so I'll include it in the video purely for that. That was really strange, but worth a watch. Certainly, Calvert-Lewin, his pass picked off. They're getting a little bit more adventurous now, Leipzig. Jesus Christ, Dominic Calvert-Lewin is absolutely solely hell-bent on murdering some of my players, it seems. He just can't get near them, nor the goal, yet. McKennie into Enzo Fernandez with the switch. Robertson inside to Albert. He's tucked in narrow. Brandt over the top. Just need to get this down with Matheus Cunha and get the shot away, and I can't do it. Tapsoba does very well indeed. We win this? Yes, with Schlotterbeck is the answer. And Brandt playing the 1-2-3 and going for goal himself and absolutely fluffing it. Thank you, Julian. For all of our domination, we're still only 1 goal to the good here. Kudus. I thought I could get there with the defender and couldn't twice. Pulisic rinses Weston McKennie there. David Raum gets it down the line for the American once again. And Schlotterbeck's going to have to get to that. Julian Brandt is going to have to get to that. And thankfully, on both occasions, the man in yellow beats the man in red to the ball. Cunha, bit of acceleration there. I was worried about Albert going offside, so just play that outside to come inside again and then look for Brandt through that gap. Wrong foot the defender. Excellent first touch. And just as high a quality a finish. A second goal for Dortmund. And a good quality one as well. Worthy of that scoreline, certainly, from this first leg. But as we've learned from all of our games against Bayern Munich this year, just because you have a sizable lead doesn't mean you're going to keep it. 2-0 up as we approach the end of leg number 1. With leg 2 not too far away. But there is the small matter of Bayer Leverkusen in the meantime. There wasn't really much room. I've given that straight to Christopher and Kunku. If I give them a goal back here at the end of the game, I'll be furious with myself. There's only a minute added on. But only takes a second to score a goal. Carvalho and Kunku given away. That'll be game. Thank you, ref. So, part 1 of 3, job done. Now then, hopefully, beating them there knocks their confidence and means that they'll drop points in the league as well. Also, they're obviously playing as strong a team as they can in the Champions League. I've mentioned their lack of squad depth before, meaning that, fingers crossed, they're then even more tired with their first team players and don't have the opportunity to field a strong, either field a strong 11 or they field their stronger 11 and they are just even more tired and run the risk of dropping points or making them less fit for the second leg. Also, as a side note, can we please have presets for training, please? I've asked for it time and time again, and we'll continue to do so until we get them. There is even a training preset in player career mode, but not in manager mode. Why the hell not? Give me it in both, please. Okay, thank you. See you against Leverkusen. Leverkusen in a similar formation to us, but just slightly more defensive, as you can see. They've got Pedro Ledesma in goal, Wan-Bissaka, Wout Faes, Pierre Kalulu and Sinkgraven, 74 rated, the only left back they have. Aram Barry and Anibal Moreno in CDM. Anthony Gordon on the right, Ansgar Nauf on the left, and then Ezekiel Barco at cam with Sebastian Haller at striker. We got a strong victory last time we played Leverkusen. I think it was like 5-1. So, more of the same, please. Although we can afford to drop points if Leipzig do the same. But we have to presume that Leipzig will win every remaining game this season. This is the third to last game of the Bundesliga season. We cannot let it slip now, can we, Steven Gerrard? Now down the line. And kept in well. But, whoa! Excuse me! I'd like my players' ankles intact, please. Jesus Christ. Apparently, Leverkusen going to get quite aggressive. They're also going to press loads. And, well, this is an easy breakaway. But whether I can actually finish it off or not remains to be seen. Finish it off, please. Oh, good save by Ledesma. Didn't really at any point with the initial run with Albert have the opportunity to pull that back to anyone. I did have Julian Brandt there with me, but he was always behind a defender. Well, let's try the whole whip one again. Yeah, sorry about the French commentators again. I'm the most forgetful man on the planet. Oh, Schlotterbeck. Seems to be a good, accurate way to always find a teammate, that sort of corner. But evidently not always going in. Well, speaking of teams pressing, doing a bit of pressing my own there. Julian Brandt down to Albert. Will let fly because we know he's got the accuracy in his efforts to cause the keeper problems, which he has done. Ah. Scrambling across the goalmouth there, the goalkeeper Ledesma. That's probably a foul, but isn't given as such. Oh, Ledesma, what a save! He's on fire today, their goalkeeper. Brandt with the corner. Schlotterbeck up again. This time it's cleared away. Bellini will try and nod this down. Barco just flattens him. And now can find Haller here. Sula versus Sebastian Haller is quite the physical battle, but not necessarily a pacey one. Cunha. Oh, run out of room. We've had, again, a dominant opening half an hour or so here as we did against Leipzig. But, again, haven't been able to find the way through for a goal. Brandt, giving it away as well. Half an hour in, it's 0-0 here. But just with the last game, pretty one-sided. Goal for Mönchengladbach, but that's not against Leipzig, so we don't care. Here's Moreno into Haller and Ezekiel Barco. Nicely done. Back to Moreno. And now, that's actually very important by Nicolas Sula. Yes, we haven't conceded yet and we have a clean sheet. But at the same time, we haven't scored yet and we're not winning. And if we draw this game and Leipzig are victorious in theirs, they'll go top. Brandt was in his own half, so absolutely onside there. And Julian Brandt just scored a very good goal for us in the last game. And thankfully, makes the breakthrough in this one as well. Who needs an 93 rated Florian Wirtz when you've got an 86 rated Julian Brandt that hasn't grown a single bit since we joined and still is fantastic? Maybe I don't buy Florian Wirtz in my next club. Maybe I buy Julian Brandt. Oh, Dusseldorf were beating Leipzig, but Dominic Calvert-Lewin, who was more intent on killing my players than scoring goals in the last game, has equalised for them. However, still, they might drop points on this particular match day. So, That would make things so much more simpler for us in the Bundesliga if they can, please. Oh, come on, Dusseldorf. We got you on the final day. Oh, I should have checked there. We got Dusseldorf on the final day. They might do us a favour. They might actually help us win the league, and then we can have a party with them and say thank you on the final day of the Bundesliga season as we hopefully lift the trophy. That's the plan. That's the aim. Let's see if we can actually see it through, shall we? We know what we want to do, as ever. Knowing what you want to do and doing it, however, especially for me, two entirely different scenarios. Bellini into Matthias Cunha. Get it all the way out wide to the left back. And he's not as quick as he once was, but he's still decent. And his delivery is superb. And the header was met well, but not aimed well. Albert not adding to our scoreline. Anthony Gordon with the corner for them. We're going to take that short, aren't they? So I'll bring Weston McKennie out to deal, or try and deal with it. Try being the operative word. And Anthony Gordon draws the save out of the keeper. There are plenty of good saves at this end by the goalkeeper in the first half. Crucially, though, not enough. Hopefully, on this occasion, in this set of 45 minutes, the man between the sticks will make enough saves to keep the clean sheet. Fast getting that around, but Ismail Benasser, we certainly missed in that game against Leipzig. Puts his foot in. He's been one of the strongest and most well-rounded CDMs I've used in a save for a while. I'm so sorry. I want the league title. I'll apologise, but I really don't care. 2-0 Borussia Dortmund. Get in. Wan-Bissaka apparently playing at cam right now for them. As is Wout Faes, their centre-back. Finishing like one. Showing the instincts of a centre-back in the box there. Why? They've got... I don't know what happened to their team there. They've left themselves so open, though. I could square it again. I'm so sorry. I don't care. We went Albert to Cunha. We've gone Cunha to Albert. 3-0. 3 points. And maybe a third trophy of the save. Oh, that went in well, didn't it? They got Wan-Bissaka at striker. Now for Cam. Oh, Jesus Christ. It's put Barco at centre-back and Anthony Gordon at right-back. And then Wout Faes at left mid and Wan-Bissaka at striker. The fuck? Sinkgraven. Faes. Barco. Intercepted. Just a bit silly now, isn't it? I feel a bit cheeky trying to score against a defence that has Anthony Gordon at right back and Ezequiel Barco at centre back. To be fair to him, cracking tackle from Anthony Gordon there. But with Sebastian Haller at CDM, Wan-Bissaka at striker, and Wout Faes at left mid, I don't think Leverkusen are going to be threatening my goal anymore, do you? Certainly, they are unlikely to anyway. Gio Reyna's off the bench here. We're going to threaten theirs. We're going to score a fourth. Ready? Oh, good save by Ledesma. To be fair to him, has made some good saves, but it's no surprise that the scoreline reads the way it does. Another top stop. Why players have ended up where they have done in their lineup, I don't know. Speculation amongst the live chat over on Twitch is that it's because the AI manager went to ultra attacking and rather than just change the right players into different positions, has actually changed, like the striker moved them back down here and then the right back has gone up here and Christ knows. All we know for sure is it's bloody broken. What isn't broken is our ability to get results, however. To be fair, we were already in control of the tie before they screwed their formation up. Unfortunately, Leipzig won 4-1 in their game despite going 1-0 down. So, still, they're right bloody there, aren't they, in the Bundesliga? And as it stands, it will go to the final day domestically. Who've Leipzig got in their penultimate game? We've got Wolfsburg at home. They've got Mönchengladbach at home. Second place 5th, first place 6th. Neither have an easy fixture. But the next one is each other. Leipzig line up similarly to previous, but slightly different. Pulisic on the bench. Ezri Konsa on the bench. Tezi starts at centre-back. Wijndal starts at left-back. And Clefish is in the midfield now as Thiago is suspended. So they're missing both Thiago and Leon Goretzka. And it turns out that Bernardo Silva gets less of a decline in stats at centre mid than Fabio Carvalho. So Fabio Carvalho is now at cam and Bernardo Silva is in a deeper role rather than vice versa. We're at full strength for this second leg ourselves. And Leipzig are as at fuller strength as they possibly could be. And they still are trying to murder all of my players. Well, they certainly have a game plan, don't they? If everybody for me gets injured, then surely they can just walk around the children that are left on the field I have to substitute on in their place. Unfortunately for them, whilst they might only have children and substandard players on their bench to call upon, I have truly world-class players. And my players on the field are getting better as well. You'll notice that Enzo Fernandez is now 88 rated. And if I show you my bench, Karim Adeyemi is now 87 rated too. So we are absolutely flying with this Dortmund team. However, this is, of course, the last season we will be using them. We'll be moving elsewhere after this. So we want to make sure we win as many of the trophies as we can in this final season here before moving on. And if we're lucky, we'll win the Bundesliga and the Pokal and not have to come back to Germany at all in the remainder of the GloryHunter. Whereas, obviously, we do have to go back to Italy after failing to win the Coppa Italia at Juventus. Oh, good tackle by Tezzi. It's Bellini and Brandt again. See Weston McKennie making moves. And Albert is there in the middle. That hit Weindal's arm. That'll be a free kick for me right on the edge of the box. Now, I could be cheeky here. If I use a right footer, I've got a right footer that can take free kicks. No. Let's try it with a left footer then. Do I knuckleball it? Knuckleball it's probably not going to work from here, is it? I'm going to be naughty. I'm going to be cheeky and try and squeeze this in here with Bellini. Oh, dearie me, I couldn't have come much closer. I need to see a replay of that, and I will have a look at one in a moment. Albert on his weak foot, well held by Ramsdale. Well, we tried to be cheeky, and it so very nearly worked. Fabio Bellini, our future star from our time at Juventus, very nearly sent us to the Champions League final. Ramsdale at full stretch, nowhere near it. Had it been on target, as in slightly to the left, then I think I would have scored that. Bellini can count himself very unlucky not to have scored the cheekiest free kick I would ever have put away in a game of FIFA. Tezzi dinks. Enzo heads. Again, he's tried to kill me. Ref, someone needs to have a word with these Leipzig players because they just constantly try and murder everybody. How can that be a game plan? It's like playing Tony Pulis' Stoke more so than a German side that tend to lend themselves to a counter-attack. They're just trying to pummel me into non-existence. I will not yield. I will not let that play style get the better of me. Still, we lead by 2-0 on aggregate. It's scoreless continually here in the Red Bull Arena here in the second leg. Although Carvalho's excellent footwork very nearly led to a goal there. Calvert-Lewin, if he turned the other way, would have been in. Speaking of being in, here goes Albert. Pace. I need to find the right cross, and that is not it. I'd be tempted to join them in the overly aggressive challenge stakes, but I don't want to have anybody potentially suspended for the final by picking up a red card. So I'm just going to be hands off, let them lunge into tackles and try not to get anyone injured. Utter dominance in that first half though. 67% possession and 5 shots to their none. As it stands, at the risk of jinxing myself, there is only one winner here. It's relatively easy for the defender as well. Needed a bit more elevation on that. What does Julian Brandt do? Well, they're going to keep backing off. Oh! Tidy finish from Mateus Cunha. Not seen a goal scored like that for a while. Low and driven into the corners. About a ball's width of angle to actually find there. The accuracy is unreal. First time as well, so the keeper's not able to get his feet set. Slightly bigger angle than I thought to try and find there, but still not massive. And Ramsdale, goal goalkeeper animation. I do have a problem with that goalkeeper animation. Albert. Cunha. Albert again. It was 2-0 in the first leg. It may well be 2-0 in the second. Bellini. Oh, I'll have that free kick, thank you. That's pretty cut and thrust, obvious. I mean, I don't think he's actually going to book him here, is he? He's just going to tell him off. Bernardo Silva. Yep. It is a yellow card. Okay, fair enough. Absolutely, without any question, fouling the man. Right, let's try and get this into the wall. Bellini's tried so hard to score a free kick today. And still can't. Lift that. Head that. Pass that. Pass that. Through all this. Tor for BVB! Thea! Striking it into the opposition. Wham! 125.8 kilometers an hour he struck that at. We're into the final of the Champions League for the second straight season. Let's win it this time. Final special with the suit coming at the end of the season. We might even make it fünf. We won't. Sorry. Benacer. Ooh. Brandt. Out wide to Albert. Oh, slightly fancier than I anticipated, but I'll take it. Enzo Fernandez gets caught in it. Oh, but it's still going to fall for Bellini, and I'm going to get a free kick. Well, Bellini, 5th time's lucky, eh? Give it a go, pal. Oh, my word. What a save. That was postage stamp stuff right in the corner. I don't quite know how he's been able to get to that, or what else I could have done in that scenario to stand a better chance of scoring a goal. That was truly disgusting from both Bellini and Ramsdale. It's one of the best free kick saves I have ever seen. Equally, one of the best free kicks I've ever taken. Weston McKennie on his left foot isn't going to be adding to the scoreline. With seconds to go, it was 2-0 leg 1. Well, it's 2-0 leg 2. And into a second Champions League final. This time, who do we play? It was Real Madrid last season that handed me my backside. They cut me apart. They didn't have a single shot. Leipzig, how have you gotten to the semi-final of the Champions League and then in the second leg when you need 2 goals, not had a single shot? Deserved winner is probably the tag, isn't it? Oh. Well then. Quite resoundingly, Atleti are the side we will be playing in the final. If I cast my mind back correctly, last year as well, albeit it's different individual leg score lines, but last year, Real Madrid matched our scoreline as well in the semi-final. Last year, actually, Real Madrid matched both leg scorelines as well to the scoreline as well as the overall aggregate. This year, Atleti matched the aggregate with a 4-0 win at Stamford Bridge, might we add, before then heading back to the Wanda Metropolitano to seal out a 0-0 draw and get themselves to the final. So it was... What? You're not going anywhere, Florian. You're just injured, pal. He's also gone down to 92 rated, which is a shame. So in the next episode tomorrow, we will have Wolfsburg, Fortuna Düsseldorf, and the cup final against Eintracht Frankfurt as we try and win the Deutsche Pokal this season, as we failed last year. Then it'll be the Champions League final special as we try and win that trophy this year, as we failed to last season as well. And we should, hopefully, have the Bundesliga in there too. However, with 2 games to go, it's pretty bloody tight. Just a single point separates ourselves from Leipzig, so it's going to be pretty tense. We might, come 2 days' time, have 3 trophies. We might come 2 days' time, have none. Join me tomorrow and find out if we get at least one of two. I'll see you then.